This is Andy Parole for Boxing Social in association with Pursue Fitness Sportswear, and I'm joined by $1 Million Anthony Crolla. Anthony, we've just witnessed Vasyl Lomachenko's brilliance with a unanimous decision points victory over Luke Campbell. How would you assess the fight?
I thought it was a great fight. I thought it was a chess match at the highest level. Two great boxing IQs, and really enjoyed it as a fan. I thought that Luke gave a brilliant account of himself, and if he would have been in with sort of any of your lightweight tonight, he might have been world champion. Lomachenko, it was great to watch him in the flesh, and rather than being in there with him, footwork's unreal. And listen, there's no denying that I thought he won near every round by the first. Maybe one of them was shared, but Luke gave a brilliant. That didn't tell the story of the fight. You know, Luke got his respect and caused him some problems. And yeah, do you know what I mean? I thought both guys. It was great to watch.
How would you have scored the fight? Because there was a mixed reaction over social media.
No, I think that the scoring was, you know, thereabouts, to be honest. But like I say, it didn't tell the story of the fight.
What else do you think Luke could have done? I remember there was one instance in the 7th or 8th when he seemed to wobble Lomachenko.
He targeted the body well, maybe just a little bit more. But it's, you know, what else could have he done? I think he gave it absolutely everything tonight, everything. And like I say, he's given Lomachenko one of the best fights of his career, in my opinion. I'd like to hear what Lomachenko says. But he gave it everything tonight. I don't think there was much more he could have done. He boxed a brilliant fight.
Where does Lomachenko go from here? Where does Luke Campbell go from here?
Lomachenko, it looks like he's going to fight Comner. Or I keep saying that, Comner or Lopez, because that's a good fight. And then for Luke, listen, I believe he can be world champion, but while Lomachenko's got the belts, that's the problem. So if they fight December, he fights after them. It's next summer before we're even looking at something like that. I mean, he's got a big frame where he could go up, but I do believe he can become world champion.
To quickly move through the rest of the card, Alexander Povetkin defeating Hughie Fury. Again, your thoughts on that one?
I thought it was very, very close, very, very close. One round in it. There's a lot of close rounds, but I think credit to Povetkin. He had a good second half of the fight, and the championship rounds, his experience come in. And
Charlie Edwards in what was a weird fight to try and commentate on, I imagine.
Man, very strange. Martinez, listen, I thought Charlie boxed well for the first 2 rounds, but there was a reaction whenever Martinez was landing very, very heavy-handed. And listen, the decision was the right one. I saw it being a bit mixed, but you can't. It was very, very late, very late.
How surprised were you when you saw Mauricio Sulaiman announce that it was a no contest?
And he's just been telling me, saying it was, people are giving it him online about WWE, Vince McMahon and all that. But it was, you can't, I don't know what you can't, surely people must watch that and can't think it could have been any other decision. It was, I really like Martin, he's a great fighter, but that was very, very late.
And Josh Buatsi as well with another victory.
Yeah, I thought it was a great learning fight for Josh. I seen his corner telling him off early. It took him a few rounds to get going. He was getting caught with the right hook. But I really like Josh Buatsi, a very compact fighter. And I thought that was the kind of fight that I was doing good.
And the last on this card, Joe Cordina and Savannah Marshall.
I thought Joe was probably performance of the night. Gavin Gwynn gave a great account of himself. He can certainly come back and win a British title. But Joe's great to watch. I think a lot of the members of the 2016 Olympic team say he was the most talented, and I can see why. Savannah, I thought, was brilliant. First round, I was a little bit worried, but she found a distance quick, and I thought she was brilliant tonight, Savannah.
I just quickly want to get your thoughts on the World Boxing Super Series card that was announced. Taylor Prograis, your thoughts on that?
One of the fights of the year. I think that's going to be, and it's hard to pick a winner, but I'm going with Josh Taylor. I think that, obviously Chisora Parker's on it, but for me, that's one of the fights I'm looking forward to most this year.
How do you see Chisora Parker?
Tough one. Chisora last time out was brilliant, but I go with, I'm going to go with Del Boy, but it's a tough one, man, it's a tough one.
And finally, because I know you want to shoot off, Callum Smith has been ordered to defend his world title against John Ryder. Yes. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, listen, John Ryder's been mandatory, and so he's had 3 good wins. He deserves a shot. Obviously, it's frustrating for Callum in the sense that, you know, he's wanting these bigger fights, but that's sometimes what happens, and, you know, if he's got to get his mandatory out of the way, so be it. But, you know, listen, like I said, John Ryder deserves his shot. Callum, I believe, is the best super middleweight in the world, and I think hopefully, you know, after this, he can get in some unification fights.
Callum, considering offers from other promoters, does this kind of maybe block any possible movements there?
I have no idea about that. I hear about it, but I have no idea about it, mate.
Anthony Crolla, appreciate your time. Thanks for speaking to me.
Thank you.